Chevy doesn't have a very strong track record when it comes to making competitive small cars. In fact, their last attempt, the Chevy Cobalt, it was best experienced as a rental car. But Chevy went back to the drawing board when they came out with the Chevy Cruze. Let's see how it does. With fluctuating gas prices, fuel efficiency is becoming more of an issue than ever. And with the Chevy Cruze, they seem to have pulled out all the stops when it comes to making a fuel-efficient car. In fact, most models will have a 6-speed automatic transmission and a small displacement 1.4-liter turbocharged engine. And this is an attempt to get a very fuel-efficient engine that also provides decent power. In fact, Chevy advertises over 40 miles per gallon on the highway, but that 40 miles per gallon on the highway is only available with a special Eco model that has a manual transmission. In fact, in our testing, fuel efficiency, it wasn't that impressive at all. It's very similar to what you would find in a mid-sized sedan like a Nissan Altima or a Hyundai Sonata. A part of the reason for that is the weight of the Chevy Cruze. It's a pretty heavy car. In fact, it weighs just as much as those larger mid-sized sedans. And that takes its toll on both acceleration and fuel efficiency. We also tested the base level LS trim that comes with a 1.8-liter engine that doesn't have a turbo. Overall acceleration is pretty similar, and fuel efficiency is about the same too. So while the turbo engine is a little bit smoother and more refined, it really doesn't warrant the extra cost. In fact, the only reason you might want to get the LT Turbo is the way Chevy has packaged the LS trim. The base LS trim doesn't even allow you to get as options power mirrors or cruise control. That's a big annoyance. But no matter what Cruze you get a very nice car to drive. Handling is very responsive. It's a very nice steering feel. The suspension is very controlled. It's got a good ride, and noise levels, they're pretty quiet. In fact, road noise and wind noise isn't bad at all. Another place where the Cruze really impresses is in the interior. It's really nicely finished. There's nice details, such as the matching pieces on the interior dashboard and on the seats. Most of the controls are simple, except for the power lock switch. Instead of being here on the dash, it should be over here on the doors. And the recline on the seat is a little awkward to reach. The seats are firmly padded, although some found them a bit narrow and a bit too hard. On the plus side, there's lots of adjustment. The seat can go down quite a bit and back quite a bit, making it a pretty good car for a tall driver. A big disappointment, though, is the rear seat. For a car that feels so big and substantial, the rear back here, it's really cramped. At least the trunk's pretty roomy. So the Chevy Cruze is a pretty nice car. It's refined, and it's very nice to drive. But the competition in the small car market is fierce, and the Chevy Cruze's mediocre fuel economy and tight rear seat count against it.